Hi, everybody. It's Scott and Jennifer here with a gutsy presenter.
Hello.
Jennifer, it's time we pull back the curtains and let people know that we are human too.
That we mess up daily with presenting.
Well, I was going to say that we have feelings. We cry. We laugh.
We cry. We get nervous. We feel sick.
Stuff.
We don't sleep.
Yeah, we don't sleep is right. Oh my gosh.
Okay. I want to hear you share with everyone your 5 a.m. story.
Story. Yeah. And I bet people are going to go, cry me a river, buddy. Because here's the story. I have a client where for the last couple of weeks, once a week, I'm getting up super early, 4:30 in the morning, my time, to be on at 5. Yeah, West Coast. To be on at 5 a.m. because they've got people all over the world, including Ireland and the UK, that kind of stuff. And it is, so I'm on for, it's like a 4-hour gig each time. And I was just complaining to you because I'm tired.
4:30 to 8:30 in the morning, you are working with a client. And do you sleep well the night before?
Not really. I mean, I sleep okay, but I know in my mind, there's like this internal alarm clock, like don't sleep through your alarm or something. So yeah, I'm up before the alarm always. And that stinks. But here's the thing. It's not just hard for me. You can cry me a river if you'd like, but I'm always worried. I'm so low energy at that time.
What do you do?
Well, I don't know. We have to turn this into a teachable moment.
Do it.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
Oh, how do you gain energy if you have to present?
You just got to push through it. Well,
in the 4 o'clock hour to accommodate the East Coast or international,
what would you do?
I would, in addition to coffee, I would do jumping jacks. I would do something physical with my body.
Yeah.
That is going to get the blood pumping, get me warm, and wake me up. So I would either do push-ups or jumping jacks.
Now, let me add a twist to that. What if your wife is asleep? Like,
go in the garage, figure it out.
Okay. Well, there you go. Yeah.
Tough love.
Go to the garage. Run around the neighborhood, you jerk.
Yes. Right. I am not a cry me a river person. I'm working on trying to have more empathy. Oh, I'm so sorry, Scott. I would hate for you to wake up your wife. Figure it out.
We are so confusing our audience right now because, the typical coach talks about empathy like it's everything. And you're saying, forget empathy, toughen up, people.
I'm working on it. But I am all about expressing a pain point. That's fine. What are you going to do?
There you go.
I don't want to hear about the pain point over and over and over. Yep. What are you going to do about it?
There you go.
That's my mentality.
I love that.
Well, I think some people love it and then other people may not love it. Complainers won't love it.
Well, that's why you're a great coach, because that's what coaches do. Coaches, they're empathetic for like a moment and then they go, now suck it up and do your best. And that's really what I should do at 4:30 or 5 in the morning when I get up, is just drink that coffee,
jumping
around the neighborhood, I guess, or do.
It's literally about 15 jumping jacks and it will completely change everything going on with your body and your mindset. Okay. Truly, yes. It works.
Yes.
And in fact, this is a great segue. This takes us into our topic of breath.
Breathing. Yes.
Breathing. Yes. And the importance of breathing before and during the presentation.
Yeah. Yeah. There's more than one thing to talk about, because this isn't just take a breath before you speak. I want to tackle, I'll tell you what, I'll tackle one aspect of breathing. You tackle another and we'll just play ping pong. Okay.
Let's do it.
Now I'm going to start with breath to the period is what I've come to call it. A type of awareness of your breathing that's really important. I have brought up in the past, we've brought up and shared that common challenge. Well, it's not super common, but that challenge with vocal fry. Remember that?
I remember it very clearly.
Yeah.
Do our listeners remember? Can you demonstrate?
Yeah, I totally can. I can demonstrate right now. It's great to see you, Jen.
It's typically the last word or two that has that. It's like a bumpy fry.
It's very hard to describe, but it's a poppy, bumpy. Yeah.
Yes.
That in part it's this air, not enough air is coming across your vocal cords as you finish the sentence. And if you don't have enough air, that fry tends to happen. Your volume also tends to drop. So one thing to learn about breathing in speaking is be aware of, do you have breath all the way to the period so the last few words sound smooth and buttery?
Okay. How do you make that happen?
Well, I think people have to begin to become aware of how they breathe when they speak. If you don't have enough air before a sentence, you're not going to have a lot of air at the end of the sentence.
So you're running out of air at the end of your sentence, and that's why it's sounding bumpy.
Well, I don't know that you're running out. I think it's a habit of just restricting airflow, but it is hard to correct if you don't take a full breath as you breathe. And a lot of people don't.
Well, we need to back up because we need to first emphasize the problem with vocal fry.
Yeah.
I just did it.
You just did it. Good job.
So that's the first step, is you need to be able to hear it. And honestly, Scott, I had never heard of this phrase until you mentioned it to me. And I had no idea what you were talking about. And then I realized, oh my gosh, I do this.
Well, we all do sometimes, but for most of us, it's because our vocal cords are a little tired at the end of the day. Like I just did it a little bit there.
Oh, good. So you're guilty of it too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, good. Well, how do we fix it?
Well, so awareness, you said awareness comes first.
You have to hear it.
Yeah.
You can feel it.
You can. If you draw, you can even put your hands here and you'll feel it. You'll feel this.
It's a distraction for audiences. This is why this matters.
Yeah, it's not, I don't even know if it's a distraction, but I sent you a link to a podcast where the podcaster did it.
It was a horrible distraction.
Well, I wouldn't call it's just horrible to listen to. I don't know if I'd even call it a distraction. I guess you're saying distracting me. It was distracting me from listening.
Yes, I couldn't pay attention to what she was saying because I was so focused on how fried the words were at the end of each thought.
Yeah.
That's all I could listen to. So I was distracted. I couldn't hear it.
Yes.
The message.
We have to start with breathing and speaking. A little bit about how to take a breath, because that's where we need to start. If you're going to have ample breath to follow through to the period, you have to have enough air in your lungs. But what some people are accustomed to doing when they're presenting, when we talk about breath, is they take a breath up here. They go
shallow.
Well, it's breathing in up here, as opposed to what some people would call a belly breath, where you're really thinking about filling the lower part of your lungs.
Letting your belly hang out.
Yeah, it's okay. People, it's okay.
Can't
take
see
a belly
you on
breath
video.
Because when you take a breath here to get a deep breath, when you go, it tenses all this stuff up here. And you'll notice that people who exude a powerful presence, they're not tense. They're not tense in their upper body. They're relaxed. They have a straight posture, but they're relaxed. So you've got to take a breath in a way that doesn't tense your upper body and your chest.
Okay.
So
I'm relaxed.
All right. Well, then do it. So you and I will take a breath, and then, a belly breath, and then Just exhale and let it out.
This is my ritual. This is what I do right before I start a presentation. When you do it the right way, Scott, my experience, it actually, when it's a true belly breathing, if you do about 4 to 5, my body feels numb. It's this very calming, I believe I read it, this breathing technique, it changes your brain chemistry.
Yeah.
It takes you out of fight, flight, or freeze mode.
Yeah.
And it allows you to truly calm down. I feel numb, which is great.
Wow.
Not a problem.
Hey, different strokes for different folks, I guess. I mean, if you like to be numb when you speak, great.
I do. I want to feel that calmness inside my body.
Well, tell me more about that breathing pattern, because it's not just belly breathing, right? Is there a count to it? Like,
I count to 4. I remember someone saying, breathe in, counting to 4, hold it for 4, breathe out, counting to 4. And it really forces you to be intentional with that breath.
Yeah, I've heard it called circle breathing.
Okay. I remember hearing it from someone. I can't remember who it was.
Yeah, 4 in,
I love
4
it.
out, hold
for 4.
And there's variations on that too that are very close. I think you can do breathe in for something like 4, out for 7, hold for 2. There's little varieties. I think people can experiment and
just don't pass out.
Yeah, don't hyperventilate. This won't do that. If you circle breathe or do this kind of rhythmic breathing, that's roughly in that 4-second rotation. I do it too, and it really centers you.
It does.
So breathe, everybody, breathe, and also visit www.gutsypresenter.com.
Gutsy Presenter.
And join for the 2-week free period and just check it out. Poke around.
Yes.
Learn about
Access.
Breathing,
Scott,
not breathing,
and me.
Yeah, there you go. All right, everybody, have a great week.